Yeah, so this time around, the winner, the top performer is Shrenik Mehta, and surprisingly is younger than me. Baki ab tak mostly the winners were older than me, so he's the first winner that's younger than me this time. First of all, Shrenik, we would like to know about. Let's start off with the returns that you've made the previous quarter and since the time you started trading with us.
So in like this financial year, I have made returns of around 78%. And in the term period of January till now, then it's crossed over 100%. So nearly 2x. Now, uh, obviously all credits go to the source system only. And I've joined in on March 1st itself. So when I joined the course and I was yet getting my hands on the course, and I was trying to understand what the groups are for and how the group functions and everything. And obviously I was trading simultaneously, and I remember initial 4 to 5 trades only. I was like, and there was some mid cap selling or something that went on in March 20th or 21st, like the second or third week of March. And most of my trades had hit stop losses, and everyone was like putting on the groups, ke, exited this thing on a stop loss, this thing, everything. And I was like, yaar, join karke hi bahut loss ho gaya. And I was just thinking, ke, what is this? Because like I've never been the studious kind or something. So when all the videos and everything came, I was just thinking, ke, how will I learn by myself? How will I do everything? Will I be able to do it also? No. And then March month was a little bad, obviously. But then I went through the course again. I went through it like I think more than 2 times at that period of time. And then after that, once I got hold of the system and once I understood everything, I obviously asked a lot of questions on the group, and it might have been annoying for a lot of people. But after that, like the graph, like जैसा हम wait करते हैं कि it was a flush in my lifestyle and a flush in my trading journey, and from there my graph has been upwards, and it's all thanks to sir.
So Shrenik is currently into the business of trading as well as in sub broking, and he trades with a capital of around 60 lakhs right now, right? So that's a pretty good, decent capital on which he has generated a very sizable return. So that's very commendable. Secondly, the thing that I want to emphasize is that this is not a very like you may assume that he has joined very recently and just in a span of like 7 months he has made a triple digit return. So it's you may assume that it's a quick success story, right? But in fact, it I would not call it a quick success story because he has been associated in the market from like 3 years, and initially as well he was a learner. It's not that he was simply trading and doing all sorts of nasty things that what normal traders do. He was into learning, he was studying, but it's just that now with the Champions Club,
Yes.
everything got refined and came to a proper system, right?
Yeah, much better. Like initially, like sir said, since 3 years I'm there, I never had control on my emotions, and the concept of risk management was always missing. Because obviously, like Thabi, I would look at charts and I would be like, this is a stop loss, that is a stop loss, but there was no percentage associated to the stop loss. Sometimes my stop loss would be like nearly 10% of an entry, and sometimes the stop loss would be like 2 or 3% also. But after joining the course and after understanding everything, now my stop loss is very defined. Yeah, I know any position that I'm taking, and if a stop loss is hit, I know the exact amount that I'm going to bear the loss of, and it is more controlled. The risk is very limited now, and my emotions have obviously been at a lot more peaceful side of things, and yeah, it's just stress free now.
And yeah, this particular thing we would also like to know in this particular journey that you had where you crossed triple digit in a matter of 7 months. So were you pyramiding as well on certain trades?
So yeah, like initially I never understood the concept of pyramiding, and I was asking on the group time and again, like okay, what exactly? Because every time I thought finding another setup is in the same stock would be like a pyramid, or like we are seeing the strength or this and that. But yeah, I started pyramiding like very recently in the last two months or something like that. And one of the trades that I genuinely pyramided and made a very good return out of it was REC and PFC, because like I have always been an aggressive trader, so I like my portfolio sizing allowed me to take futures in REC and PFC both. And after my first exit, when there was a pyramiding opportunity, I instead of taking futures, I use that to just add equity and secure my risk to a very limited level. My exposure was reduced, and in that way it was one of my biggest winners also, and it gave me more confidence to pyramid going ahead.
Great. And if you were to ask you what was the biggest move that you captured in this particular journey?
So there were multiple moves. Ireda and MTNL were by default the biggest moves, like in the equity side of the trades. And in futures, I think thanks to Gary Bhai, Bosch was one of my biggest winners. And then obviously REC PFC and AB Capital were my winners.
So what I can understand is that he has made a lot of money in futures trading, and his capital allows him to trade futures. And we have inside the course discussed as well as to at what sort of capital you can trade futures. And secondly, he's mentioned about MTNL. I hope you guys have the chart printed in your brains. MTNL. Whenever somebody says that I made a lot of money in MTNL, it hurts because I missed it. In fact, I create a watch list called super stocks. I was just discussing with the captains yesterday about the same. I had MTNL at the top on that particular list called super stocks. कि वो stocks मुझे पता है कि उसमें अगर setup आया, I should not miss those ones. And MTNL was one of that, but unfortunately I was fully sized. I was fully invested in the market, and my risk management did not allow me to enter that stock. So a lesson to be learned is, I was just kidding that it hurts, but it does not really hurt me. But I'm sure a lot of beginners who have just started with the club, you may feel hurt, like you may miss certain stocks while the other members are trading that one. And it happens initially. So you have to learn to recognize that you are feeling a sort of maybe a FOMO or a feeling of being left out. Okay, so that feeling needs to be, you need to recognize that feeling and you need to silence that feeling. Okay, and not react on it. Otherwise क्या होगा कि MTNL जब 20-30% बढ़ जाएगा तब जाके ultimately you will push on the button कि चलो एक बार ले ही लेता हूँ, देखते क्या होता है, and then ultimately वहाँ से stock extended होता है and then the stock starts falling down. Okay, so do not make that mistake. In trading, it is important that just keep executing setups. Okay, just keep executing setups, manage your risk well, and manage your exits well. That is the whole game of trading. Just do the same thing again and again. Execute setups, manage your risk, and manage your trades well. बस उतना ही करते जाना है. As Lord Krishna has said, कर्म करते जाओ, outcome की चिंता मत करो. The same thing works in trading. Setups execute करते जाओ, outcome की चिंता मत करो. आपके हाथ 2-4-5 multi-baggers जो बोलते हैं वो आ जाएंगे, and that will be enough to make you money. Okay, चलो, thanks a lot, Shrenik.